You're completely thinking the wrong way about soloing. It's not about the right notes or the wrong notes. It's about the get to notes. These are the right notes. Boring! But these are the get to notes. Way better. Same scale, but what's the difference? The get to notes are how you get to the right sounding notes, and without them, your solos are going to continue to sound boring. But you have to learn the 5 get to notes to truly understand how to get the sound. And fair warning, the 5th technique is so good that many people might mistake you for a famous musician. But first, you need to learn get to note number 1, the bender. The bender sounds absolutely wild. Check it out. By the way, I wanted to mention that this Monday we're closing the doors on our summer special over at pianowithjohnny.com, where you can save up to 50% off the Piano with Johnny membership this week only. So if you want to take advantage of this, be sure to click the link below before this Monday, and now back to the video. To start, we're going to use a very simple chord progression and scale. The first chord position has G, B, C, and E. And the second chord position just drops that bottom note G to an F sharp. The scale is a very simple 6-note scale starting on C, D, D sharp, E, G, and A. The way the bender works is that you pick any note from the scale that I taught you, but instead of just playing the note, like the E, we're going to do a bend into it. And you can do this on any of the notes for the scale, like on the A, on the C, on the D, on the D sharp, and on the E. All you do is take the note that you want to slide into and go 2 half steps down. So if I'm sliding into the A, I do like that. And if I'm sliding into the C, it's like that. And the D, and the D sharp, and the E. And you want to do it fast. Now, a quick warning, you do not want to play 3 notes under your target note. For example, you don't want to go, because it's too much. If you just use 2 notes for your bend, it gives you a nice clean bend sound. But the next get to note is when your solo is really going to start to heat up. But before I show it to you, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. The blaze. Watch what happens when you add a little flame to your solo. That is really starting to heat up. The blaze creates this really cool effect where it sounds like the notes are on fire. And it's incredibly simple. All you do is take 4 notes from your scale and you shake them fast. For example, I could do it here, or here, or here. Now, quick warning, I don't recommend that you shake the full chord. The key is to pick a pivot note, and I like to use the A. I strike, I hold that note down, and then I rock the chord around it. You can even mix the bender and the blaze. For example, if I want to do this position, I could do a bend up to my E, and it sounds like this. Or I could do it down here. Here's my position, here's my slide, and here's the whole thing. But the next get to note will give your solo that whaka sound, the whip. Watch what happens when you turn your piano into a whip. Man, I love this sound. It kind of reminds me of a bull whip where you flick your wrist and then you get that nice crack sound at the end. The key to this technique is to pick 4 notes from your scale and come down them as quickly as you can. For example, you could take that E flat and the A on top, and then you come down the other notes of the scale quickly like this. And the crack sound happens at the end. You hear that? That pop on the bottom? That's your whip cracking. And you can do this in other positions. For example, I could take these 4 notes and come down with that crack on the E. You could also do it in this position. And then it sounds like this. By the way, our members at Piano with Johnny can download the backing track for this lesson, and they can print the lesson sheet music. I'll put a link to that below. Now, you're doing great, but the next get to note is where your playing is really going to start to lock in, the flyby. Watch what happens when I add the flyby. With runs like this, you can make your piano sound like a fighter jet. The key to this technique is to pick 2 anchor points on the piano. I started by taking these 4 notes of the scale, that's my anchor point number 1, and then I took these 4 notes of the scale, and this is my anchor point number 2. Then I take those 2 anchor points way up high on the piano and I play them down. And you can do this with other positions. For example, this could be your anchor point and this could be your anchor point. Then just take it up the piano. But the biggest unlock in my personal playing came with the next technique. This is the king of all soloing techniques, and it will elevate your playing to the stratosphere of piano soloing greatness. But before I show this to you, I know that you're probably feeling stuck in your piano playing, and you're probably overwhelmed with what to practice. You probably don't understand how all the pieces fit together, and you might feel like you're just going way too slow. I get it, and that's why I put together these piano learning tracks. All you do is select the style you want and follow the track. You'll become a master at soloing in your favorite styles like jazz, blues, pop, funk, Latin, and tons of other styles. I'll put a link to that below, and let's get back to the video. Ready for the final technique? The bombshell. Watch what happens when you add the most explosive technique to the piano. If you want to make people's jaw drop, this is definitely the technique. The bombshell sounds incredibly hard, but it's actually incredibly easy to play. All I'm doing is taking a simple 4-note position and sweeping down the notes as quickly as I can. However, unlike the whip, the bombshell keeps repeating. For example, you can take this as your starting note, sweep down the scale like this, and then I like to harmonize the E flat with the G. So here's the full motion. Then you're going to take it way up high and repeat it. And there's other types of bombshells. Here's one of my favorite. For this one, I'm taking this big chord, I'm adding a slide to it like that, and I'm just grooving. Now, a quick warning, the bombshell will not sound good if you play it low on the piano. For this technique, I highly recommend that you play it in this upper range of your keyboard. But what if you want to solo with an even better sounding scale? Click here to learn my all-time favorite scale for soloing. It's my master scale and it works on almost any song.